Top of the day, all the way to the bottom of the night. Whenever you get this, is when you need to see it, receive it, let it soak in. All your gates, your eye gate, your ear gate. Get to my, let it soak in, let it marinate. And then when it's marinating for a little while, like fine wine, you let it marinate some more. You know what happened when they put them grapes down in the cellar. It's better with time. The longer it sit down there, the finer the wine becomes. Yup. This is UFM Custom Creations. You know, I'm here with God, the Creator, the Alpha and Omega, my divine dad, my divine parent, and my whole soul family, my big brother Joshua, my soul team, my soul tribe, the archangels, the whole holy heaven, the whole holy heavens. There's layers to it, levels to this. All right? Now, we gotta understand where we coming from now. Now, following instructions and being instructed, two different things. Following instructions and being instructed. All right? Now, when it comes to following instructions, we need to follow the commandments, the laws that was created by the Creator, the one who created me and you and everything that we see and don't see. Follow the commandments, follow instructions. That's one layer to it. That's one law that God said, if you want to be blessed, if you were part of holy heaven, you will follow these instructions. Don't put no other God in front of the Creator. Don't put him on no kind of level. He is the top, the tippity top, all the way to the top. On top of a mountain, on top of a pyramid, on top of a triangle. You see, on the top, it's only room for one. I am. If they ask what my name is, you let them know that I am. Following instructions. Treat others like you want to be treated. Following instructions. Do not lie. Following instructions. With this too, a lot of people try to be a leader without learning how to follow. Follow instructions first so you could become a leader. The Most High, God, my Creator, He says this instructions. If you can do good with the little I give you, I can bless you with a lot. because I know you're going to follow the instructions on taking care of what I give you. Follow instructions. Do not kill. Follow the instruction. See, my big brother Joshua, he my brother because we have the same divine dad. See, this ain't got nothing to do with bloodline. You see, because blood is contaminated. It's mixed up. It's hard to get a purebred bloodline. Because we got so many people not following instructions. Want to live their own will instead of living God's will. But it's okay. The Creator already knew it was going to happen. That's why He has collectives, chosen ones, who go against the grain in following His instructions no matter what. Following instructions. We living in this world where the enemy speaks to us and knows the word of God better than we do. So he knows how to manipulate the instructions. Manipulate and give illusions and project individuals, spirits, souls into thinking that you are your spacesuit. That's why I said bloodlines. We going away with that. It's all about everybody's soul line. Who do your soul belongs to? What line do your soul comes from? Or what line do your soul belongs to? If you follow God's instructions, the Most High, you in God's soul line. But if you go against the grain and do not listen or follow the instructions of the Most High, you are in the enemy's soul line. We can tell by the instructions you follow. Now, just to get off that throat chakra, but I'm clearing all that. Thank you for my amethyst. That's how we get it. Following instructions. And see, I love my dad. And see, the thing about prayer, communication, a relationship with the Most High, is he give you instructions to follow, and then he will instruct you to do a certain thing. Just like the enemy, he knows the laws, he knows the commandments, he knows the ways, but he instructs you to be defiant, to go against the grain, to manipulate you, to try to trick you into being like him. If you believe in good, you have to believe in evil. If you believe in heaven, you have to believe in hell. You can't believe that it's a heaven and there's no hell. The trick. If you can have patience and believe what God spoke to you and hold on, stand 10 toes down. I mean, knee deep in it. I mean, you got to be rooted like an oak tree. You got to be buried into it like a diamond. If you will hold on to the instructions and obey when you being instructed, meaning a commandment is saying, do not covet another man's wife, or look at the opposite sex in lust, wanting them for yourself. That's a commandment. Now, when God, the Creator, the Most High, instructs you not to throw it in a circle with a certain individual for a certain amount of time, you being instructed. You hold and you stand on that. You will get the favor and the grace of the Most High. But if you think that it ain't a big deal to look at the opposite sex in lust, and you just go ahead and throw it in a circle with whoever you meet because you think that they are your partner or somebody that you attracted to, you will not receive what was intended for you. And what's intended for us? The will of God. The will of God may not consist of any of these things that is on this earth. Because see, I was reading in Matthew chapter 6, where it says, man should not want earthly things, but his goal is to store up riches in heaven. That means you do less physical 3D things and you do more spiritual things. So when we leave this earth, because we all gotta leave here one day, your home will be as mansions. It will be rich because of all the sacrificing that you did on this 3D realm. Being instructed. Being instructed and following instructions. Yeah. This your boy UFM Custom Creations with a Z. Following my instructions. Giving this message is vital right now. When in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, it tells you about seasons and times that you need to do a thing or not do a thing. It's a time to speak and it's a time to be quiet. It's a time to plant and it's time to pluck up. It's a time to love and it's a time to hate. It's a time of war and there's a time of peace. There's a time. You gotta follow instructions. When you being instructed to. You got to follow instructions from the one who created everything. When he's instructing you to. You can't go off your emotions and your feelings. You can't go out on how you feel. Sometimes it's not the right time for it. See, I want to be in the will of God, because I'm going to take accountability right now. Growing up, even in school, they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Straight up. Most people, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a judge. I want to have my own business. I want to be a preacher. Those are people, they wanted that title for themselves. God didn't tell them that. God didn't even make up them titles. Being a manager, being a president of a company, those are man-made titles. God just instructs us to love and obey the Creator, Him, the Most High, the one who created us. That's our instructions. And He will give us the desires of our souls. Once you search and look for the kingdom of God, once you search out and get on that mission to find out, and it ain't even to find out, it's to remember. Because our souls are way older than our body entails. Our souls had to be reborn again when we came into our mother's womb, when we signed our first marriage, our first contract. The only way you could have came down and been reborn is if you signed that contract with the Most High. The Most High said, okay, go down there and I want you to be in that world, but not of it. Let me get you. God wants us to be in this world, but not of it, because we are not spending forever here. Not our souls. Following instructions. When you being instructed. Stay in the line when you coloring, or that picture won't look good. Stay in line. Stay on the mission. Stay in your contract. But I'm just speaking for me, I wanted my own will. I thought that, God wanted me to be happy. So what is happiness to me? Being somebody who have my own business, who's wealthy, who has a vehicle, a house, a wife, a woman, kids. In actuality, that's my own given will right there. I came up with that plan. What if God wanted us to just be a tree? and just bear fruit when he instructed us to. There's plenty stories in the Bible where men of God wanted a wife, or they wanted their family, but God had his will for him that was different from that. It didn't contain that. But it is what it is. When you die to yourself, that means you die to your own will. That means everything that you created on this earthly realm dies. You have no more energy for it. You have no more want for it. And then you get a hunger, you get a thirst for what God created me to be. Like a tree. A tree does not want to be grass. A tree just is a tree. A flower don't want to be a bee. The flower is just enjoying being a flower. And the bees come to the flower. The fruit grows from the tree because God instructed the tree to bear fruit. Be fruitful and multiply on what I gave you. The tree doesn't have to get with another tree to produce fruit. The flower does not have to get with a bee to produce the pollen. You get me? You got me. So, we all need to sit down quietly. And the only way you can really listen is if you are silent. And if you look at those words, they have the same letters into them, just switched around, all right? So, to all, I'm just speaking positivity, love, and light. I cannot judge because I have never been perfect. Far from it. But I know one thing is when you are following instructions, when you being instructed to, God will make you pure. He's the only one that's going to judge us. Whatever will you have for your life, the only person that will judge it is the Most High. Confessions. First, you have to confess to God, and He will instruct you if you need to go confess to the person that you hurt or the person that you mistreated. But following instructions and being instructed to, I always will lead you back to my divine dad. Me personally, I'm okay with apologies. I'm all right. I really don't need it. Just like my big brother Joshua, he did not get no kind of apology. They just did him dirty on what he was doing, which was what the Father instructed him to do. He lived his mission, what he came down here to do. Got nothing but respect for him. my big brother Joshua, because he came and showed us that it can really be done. It takes work. He never said it was going to be easy. That's when you deny yourself. And you know, they say when you deny the enemy, he gonna flee. But just like a flea always come back to a dirty dog. I'm not calling nobody dogs. I'm just saying the characteristics of a flea. They go and they come back, they go and they come back. You gotta wash the dog. You gotta put spray and chemical, good shampoo for the flea not to come back. You gotta put repellent. Yeah. And see, only God gonna give you the instructions on what to put on. Like, you know, us humans, don't nobody like no mosquito. So what the Most High allowed us humans to create? Off. You could get the deep wood off. You could get the original off, whatever it is. But that's a repellent to the mosquitoes. Now, when my divine dad instructs you to put the off on, let me say that again. When my divine dad instructs us to put the off on ourselves, on this spacesuit, so we won't get ate up by the mosquitoes trying to suck our blood. Little mini vampires. We being instructed to do something that's gonna help us not get irritated, agitated, and just look like we all swole up. Because where I'm from, it got some big mosquitoes. They put they suck big blood out of you real quick. All they gotta do is hit you one time and you welling up. But if you will put the off on, they wouldn't even much come near you. And it doesn't even matter if you around mosquitoes and you go take a bath and you come back out and you do not put that off on, you still will get bit up. So you need that atmosphere, that ozone layer around your spacesuit in order to repel the enemy. He must flee. But you know he gonna come back another different way. But if you will put the off on, then when he does come back, he gonna be repelled. He can't even get near your ozone layer. He can't get nowhere near your spacesuit, your meat suit, this vehicle. That drives your soul and your spirit. Instructions, following instructions, and being instructed. A lot of people like to go to pastors and men that they call men of God to get instructions from the Most High. Like the Most High speaks to them directly. Or the Most High will speak to them about you, on what you need to do. See, I'm a person that wants the Most High. Solely, I like to go to the source. I don't like to get I don't like to talk to no middleman. I don't like to, put other people in me and what God's in my relationship. God speaks to everybody every day. God gives you a gift every day by waking you up. Plus, he gifts you every second of the day. You hearing this, right? You looking at it, right? That's a gift. Your heart beating. That's a gift that beats every second of the day. It beats. You don't ask God, let my heart beat, let my heart beat, let my heart beat every second. Nah. He gives you that willingly, freely. He allows your lungs to breathe in and out. You don't have to ask God for that. You blink. If your eyelids don't blink, your eyeballs will be dry. But look, he gifts you that so you wouldn't even have to ask him, blink, blink, blink. He allows you, he gives you that gift without you even asking. Because he knows what your soul desires. They say the heart is real tricky. Your own heart will deceive you. Meaning like, you could be fond of, you like a person, and they talk real good in your earlobes, all up in your subconscious. Make your heart feel like you in love, but you really in lust. Tricking you to think that, oh, I'm really in love with her. My heart tell me that I'm in love with her. But the one thing that I learned is that your heart will trick you, will lie to you. Because people are tricksters. They got the spirit of the enemy in them, and they know how to lie real good. They know how to sell a dream. They know how to paint a picture which is a fake. Put it on the wall. But see, if you will follow instructions when you being instructed to, the Most High will allow you to come out of that picture so you can look at what's going on in the picture. See what part you played, if you was being played, if you was getting tricked. The only way you're going to do that is through your soul, through your spirit. Out of body experience, right? Hey, I told y'all I ain't gonna be on here long, but I love y'all, all right? I'm gonna leave that right there. And this just to get those thoughts marinating in your thought process, in your mind, in your subconscious. Following instructions and being instructed. We need to learn to get our instructions straight from the Most High, instead of trusting people to communicate to God to give us the instructions God got for us. Everybody got a straight connection, a straight direct connection to the Most High, which is prayer, which is communication. And communication leads to a relationship. And I just got this one here. I was speaking to someone else, and it went like this. A person cannot hate you if they don't know you. I have never seen anybody just go outside and say, I hate that person, and they don't know nothing about them. All right? So a hater, a person that don't like you, has to know something about you that they don't like. So it's people who close to you who will become your hater, who will dislike you because you move a certain way, you look a certain, well, yeah, all that. You just do things in a different manner than they do. Hey, I love y'all. Love and light. Peace and blessings. I pray that the Most High have mercy on all of us. And I thank him for gracing us and favoring us with another choice and a chance every day that he wakes us up. I love y'all with the God-given love. And I think that God never judges us. He gives us time. He gives us time on this 3D realm to get it right. But when it's time to be judged on Judgment Day, on that judgment season, on that judgment time, that is the only time that God judges us. He loves us so much that he gives us ample time to get it right, ample opportunities to get it right. Like they said, if we ask for patience, do God just give us patience? Nah. He puts opportunities in front of us to learn to be patient, to grow into patiency. If that even a word, patiency. Yo. Oh man. But hey, yeah, just food for thought, alright? I love y'all. I love y'all dearly with my whole soul, with my God-given love. It has no lust into it. 38 when I'm talking about that. Look up them angel numbers. It may be significant for you. It's a message in there for you. 38. So, peace and blessings to all y'all. Love y'all, love and light. UFM Custom Creations. We speaking on big giant facts. Big giant facts. Something to make your mind twirl around. Just to think a little higher overstanding, higher understanding, and higher understanding. All three levels. All three levels. Peace.